I even have a toaster plugged in next to the bathtub to remind myself that I like living, dangerously. I'm kidding, I don't like living. A little bit about me. I'm originally from Texas. I lived in Colorado a while, but I don't know if I would have moved here if I knew I was going to be like the second trashiest person in the whole state. Yeah, it's rough. I would be the first trashiest, but there's a guy in Pueblo getting sued by his sister for child support, and I don't think I can top that. Yeah, it's kind of a different world in Texas, like they drive trucks, we drive Subarus, they have the oil field, we have the tech industry. Texas, though, doesn't have state income tax. Very interesting. Colorado, respects women. It's crazy. Another big difference between these two states is the legality of weed. You guys remember getting weed before it was legal? You had to meet somebody behind Target, hope not to get stabbed. Or worse, the cops would show up. Texas is crazy because they turn middle school music teachers into criminals over weed, which is crazy. Pretty sure it's a requirement for middle school music teachers to smoke weed in Colorado. Private schools in Denver aren't even hiring teachers unless they have dreads and a Grateful Dead sticker on their wall. Another big difference between these two states, Texas is the fattest state in the country. Colorado, fittest state in the country. I should have fucking stayed home. I was a 9 in Texas. See, none of you believe that. I was a personal trainer in Texas. See, I'm just lying. People used to ask me my secrets to staying trim. Now they just ask me my favorite secret menu items. And there's so many. It's kind of hard being fat in the state. I'd rather be gay in Texas than fat. Because at least in Texas, people can't look at you and automatically tell your orientation, But it's not like I can hide that I'm fat. I can't be a closeted fat guy here. You guys get it figured out right away. It's not like I leave a party and someone's like, do you guys think that guy gave off fat vibes? You get treated differently in Colorado if you're fat. I'm surprised there's not a state law that makes fat people sit on the back of the bus. Sorry. There is one benefit of being fat though. It's the only way you can kill yourself and be covered by life insurance. Oh God. You know how I know I'm fat? I ate 11 fortune cookies the other day. It's 11 fortunes I read. Not a single one of them told me I was going to get diabetes. To be fair though, I feel like if I cracked open one of those cookies and was like, yo man, you better chill out or else. I'd be like, it's a misfortune cookie, that's a ripoff. One thing you can't do while being fat though is live in a tiny home. Do you guys know what tiny homes are? Well, if you don't know, it's literally write your fucking name. But tiny homes are different than tiny houses because they have to be built on trailers. They have to be mobile. And people love this idea. They want to get their tiny homes and go live in a tiny home trailer, or a tiny home community. Sorry. And I don't know how to tell these people that's just a boutique trailer park. I should know. I grew up in a trailer park. The shit was gritty. I don't know if you can, if you can tell. I did grow up in a trailer park. That's not a lie. But it was gritty. There was gang wars. It was the NASCAR kids versus the WWE kids. And if you aren't careful, they'd steal your bed. I feel like tiny home communities don't have to deal with shit like that. Their games would be the keto kids versus the vegans. They just bully each other over Birkenstocks. Show up to yoga class wearing Toms. Social suicide. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. I used to mow yards for weed, and I feel like these tiny home kids. I mowed yards for weed money, and I feel like kids now just trade like crypto for unpasteurized milk. I used to steal my parents' beer, you know? Kids are like stealing hard kombucha. Speaking of weed, my weed dealer in high school was, she was this girl who didn't have any legs. She's kind of a big girl and she got around in a wheelchair. We call her Meals on Wheels. It wasn't my idea. Her family called her that. I think that's how like, they dealt with the trauma. She was cool though. Like she had a Harley Davidson sticker on her wheelchair. It said "Born to Ride." She got it. She wore T-shirts that's like "Never Skip Leg Day." She was totally in on the joke. She was cool. But whenever she'd sell me weed, she'd be like, "Yo, that shit knocked me on my ass." Or she'd be like, "This strain, you smoke it, can't feel your legs." You've literally never felt your legs before. For a big girl, was in a wheelchair. She kind of got around, you know. She got asked out a lot. I asked her out, you know, I shot my shot, but she turned me down. Said I wasn't in her league. What league is that? The Paralympics? Yeah, that was a tough one to take. I was raised by a single mom. Anybody else in here raised by a single parent? Hey, let's get up for the mom, guys. Being raised by a single parent is really tough. We were poor growing up. Like, we were so poor that whenever the neighbors turned on their sprinklers, I'd like sneak over and wash our dishes. So poor that like I'd be looking at the couch cushions for loose change and I'd just find old unpaid bills. That's right, if you ignore them, they go away. My mom's house was super tiny. Like, we'd be running late for school because my sister would be hogging the only toothbrush. My mom's house was so tiny, the front door had a zipper. It's a tent joke. I don't want to hate on, like, you know, me growing up and my mom. She tried her best. Like, on our birthdays as kids, she'd take us to the toy aisle and let us pick out anything that we wanted, as long as it fit in her big purse. There was 5 of us, so, you know, she didn't get us a cake to split, which was nice. It was like a cupcake, but it was all that fit in her big purse. I'm going to leave you guys on this little thing. I am from a trashy town, if you can't tell by my whole set tonight. My hometown is so trashy that not only is our Kmart doing well, they're putting in a second location. Yeah, they're putting it downtown next to the Blockbuster, and everyone's pretty excited. Another reason you can tell my hometown is trashy is because the names of the high schools and their mascots. Like, one high school is Robert E. Lee High, and their mascots are like Confederates. I know, hate to hear the other one. The other high school is the Midland High Wife Beaters. Their mascot is my dad. You guys have a good night.